Welcome to the Ad Expert Podcast.
It is great to be here.
Yeah, we are welcoming you to another deep dive today into some really vital source material. And since you are tuning in, you already know that the digital landscape for service-based businesses is a totally different beast than it was even 5 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. Night and day.
You aren't here for the basic, build a website and they will come lecture. You want to know the actual mechanical levers that dictate why one local business completely dominates search results while a perfectly good competitor is just buried on page 4.
Right, the invisible mechanics of it all.
Exactly. So today, we are demystifying that exact process. We are looking at a concept that is universally acknowledged, but frankly, frequently misunderstood. Local SEO for service-based businesses.
And the source material we have for this is incredibly timely. We are looking at the foundational About Us materials from Ad Expert.
The LA agency, right?
Yeah, they are a highly established Los Angeles-based online marketing and web development agency. But more importantly, we are pulling from a fresh article written today, March 3, 2026.
Hot off the presses.
Literally today. It is by their founder, Sam Ashrafi, and it is titled Local SEO for Service-Based Businesses Explained.
So our mission for this deep dive is to extract the absolute best shortcuts and strategies from these sources. We are going to bypass the entry-level fluff and get straight to how you can dominate local search results in your specific service area. And we are going to do it without getting bogged down in the overwhelming technical jargon. Okay, let's unpack this.
I am glad we are tackling this because validating why this is so crucial right now, the local SEO mandate is just undeniable.
It really is.
Sam Ashrafi's article does not waste time telling us that people search online. We all know that. The core insight is about how the search engines prioritize proximity and hyperlocal relevance above almost everything else for service queries.
So it is not just about being the best globally.
Not at all. When someone searches for a contractor, the algorithm is heavily biased toward nearby providers. So optimizing your online presence specifically for that localized bias is non-negotiable. It is the only way to generate calls, leads, and steady growth.
And speaking of localized bias, the geographic radius our source agency operates in is notoriously brutal.
Oh, LA is a tough market.
Yeah, according to the text, Ad Expert has over 10 years of experience, and they are heavily focused on that local Los Angeles market.
Thousands of hyper-competitive micro-neighborhoods.
Exactly. If you can rank a local service business in LA, you have to have your strategy completely dialed in. The sources detail that they offer customized online marketing solutions based on the absolute latest trends in LA digital marketing.
Which requires a very specific type of team.
It does. We get introduced to the key figures behind this. There is Sam Ashrafi, the founder and marketing strategist who brings local and e-commerce expertise. And then you have Isana Bovadi,
The SEO and professional analytics expert.
right. And that combination of personnel tells you a lot, doesn't it?
It tells you exactly how a modern agency has to structure itself. You have a strategist looking at the holistic picture, paired directly with an analytics expert whose primary job is staying up to date with the latest trends.
Because the algorithms change constantly.
Exactly. Having a dedicated analytics focus means they are adapting to real-time shifts in ranking factors rather than relying on an outdated playbook.
Which brings us to the actual roadmap the article provides. Ashrafi includes this local SEO cheat sheet. And it centers heavily on the Google Business Profile, the GBP.
The digital storefront.
Yeah, that is what they call it. Now, obviously, claiming your profile is standard practice.
Yeah.
But the article frames it as your actual storefront and dictates some very specific setup instructions.
Like what?
Well, selecting the exact right categories for your services, adding high-quality photos, keeping your business hours accurate, and ensuring the phone number is correct. But I look at that list and think, isn't this just basic administrative housekeeping?
It looks like housekeeping on the surface. But under the hood, it is pure algorithmic signaling.
How so?
When you update your hours for a holiday or upload a new photo of a completed job, you are pinging the search engine's crawler. The text emphasizes making frequent, fresh updates because freshness is a massive ranking factor.
So if you just leave it stagnant.
If your digital storefront hasn't been updated in 6 months, the algorithm assumes the business might be dormant or closed. It will prioritize a competitor who updated their profile yesterday because it wants to send users to active operational businesses.
Wow, so the algorithm is basically checking your pulse. That makes the review management aspect even more critical. The cheat sheet explicitly mandates that businesses need to encourage customer reviews and respond to them quickly and professionally.
It is a dual benefit. On a human level, it shows care and builds trust.
But there is a machine-level benefit too, right?
Absolutely. The algorithm parses those interactions. A quick, professional response signals high engagement velocity. It proves the business is communicative and actively managing its customer experience. That actively increases your visibility in local search results.
And the text doesn't stop at the Google profile. It brings in directory listings. It stresses the need for consistent listings, meaning your address, phone number, and service details across various directories all over the internet.
The consistency is the key there.
Right, and this is where I see businesses totally drop the ball. They have their suite number listed as Suite 200 on their main site, but on Yelp it just says Unit 200. Does a minor discrepancy like that actually matter?
It really does. Algorithms do not inherently know where you are. They cross-reference data points to build confidence. When they see consistent listings across the web, it helps search engines confirm a business's credibility.
So any inconsistency creates doubt.
Exactly. If there is data fragmentation, the algorithm is doubtful, and it demotes you. Ensuring absolute uniformity gradually improves those local rankings over time.
Let's pivot from the directories to the actual real estate you control, which is your website. Ashrafi's article dives deep into crafting content that connects and ranks.
The location-specific content.
Yes, the formula provided is straightforward. You need to use local keywords, specifically city plus service, in your titles, headings, and meta descriptions. So instead of just saying you are a plumber, you say you are a Santa Monica plumber.
Moving away from broad terms.
Exactly. But it also mentions a specific strategy of creating dedicated pages that describe services for each specific area you serve to show search engines your exact coverage.
Drawing a highly specific algorithmic map of your coverage area.
Right. But the text delivers a crucial warning. It says to avoid keyword stuffing. Content must remain natural and helpful.
And that is the tightrope walk. You cannot just clone a page 20 times, swap out the city name, and stuff the paragraphs with local keywords. The algorithm penalizes unnatural text.
Which connects back perfectly to Ad Expert-specific SEO content creation service mentioned on their About Us page.
Writing localized pages that don't trigger a penalty requires real professional copywriting.
It does. They explain how they use a data-driven approach to ensure website content meets all the latest Google algorithm requirements. They detail their use of relevant semantic keywords and high search phrases to increase relevancy.
What's fascinating here is how they combine past client data with competitor analysis to tailor these strategies specifically to a client's target market.
They aren't just guessing.
No, they're looking at what is already working in your specific local market, analyzing the competitors who are outranking you, and engineering a digital presence designed to capture that local market share.
And speaking of engineering, we have to talk about the technological ecosystem the agency uses. It goes way beyond just copywriting.
The high-tech offerings.
Yes, the text highlights their use of innovative AI-powered customer targeting, personalized marketing campaigns, and advanced optimization tools. This keeps them ahead of the game.
That AI integration is vital when managing campaigns across multiple local areas.
Definitely. But what really stood out was their real-time marketing insights. They offer live tracking and reporting across all channels. We are talking social media, email, paid ads, website analytics. It gives clients a bird's-eye view to make data-driven decisions and optimize on the fly.
They mention specific practices for that, right?
Yeah, contact test A/B and awesome reporting.
Contact test A/B is huge. It means they are actively testing different variables on your local service pages to see which version actually generates the most phone calls from that specific neighborhood.
So the strategy is constantly refined based on live data.
Precisely.
I want to circle back to something you mentioned in that list of track channels, social media. Because Ashrafi's cheat sheet synthesizes how social media fits into the local SEO puzzle.
A lot of local businesses ignore social media.
They really do. A roofer might think it's a waste of time. But the article positions active social media profiles as a fundamental tool. While websites matter, active social media profiles send vital trust signals to search engines.
It is about validation.
Right. The cheat sheet details what you should share to build engagement. Updates, promotions, customer success stories.
It generates a digital footprint of operational activity.
Exactly. The text emphasizes the need to combine website optimization with consistent branding across social platforms to build ultimate local authority.
When a crawler hits your Google profile, reads your consistent directory listings, scans your web pages, and then sees an active Facebook profile, it synthesizes all those touch points.
It is the redundancy of those trust signals that convinces the algorithm. So what does this all mean for you? If you run a service-based business, applying these exact strategies is your shortcut to attracting qualified local leads in your service area.
You have to optimize the entire ecosystem.
You do. Optimizing your Google My Business, utilizing city plus service keywords, keeping your social media active. Remind yourself that agencies like AdExpert exist to handle this comprehensive suite of services, from WordPress and Shopify development to precise SEO.
It is a lot to manage on your own.
It really is. Now, before we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts on this?
I do. We've seen how consistent listings, authentic reviews, and active social media profiles act as trust signals for search algorithms. It leaves you wondering, as AI and algorithms become more advanced, will the ultimate SEO hack simply be proving your genuine, reliable human connection to your local community? Something to think about as you build your digital storefront.
That is a phenomenal thought to end on. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into local SEO. Take these insights, look at your own digital footprint, and start claiming your local market share. We will see you on the next deep dive.